that you think people really miss that they should be doing to live that optimal day?
So first of all, everybody knows that if you're stressed out, take a deep breath. Well, don't take one deep breath, take 6. And this is something I talk about a lot. The research from a Japanese study shows that 6 deep breaths are what it takes to actually create state change. So start practicing that. You get flustered, you get emotional, don't take a breath, just take 6. Use that mental override to take 6 damn breaths and really start to unplug from that. And then use the cold, use the cold as an ally. Use that to practice mental override, use that to reduce inflammation, use that practice. I think that's something that's really important. Making sure you stay hydrated. I talk about the morning mineral cocktail. I think a lot of us, we go from caffeine to all these different other substances and foods and whatever, and a lot of us are running chronic dehydration, and not only dehydration from water, but the minerals and electrolytes that you need. So adding in some sea salt or some Himalayan salt in with your water is going to be effective. I wake up every morning, 16 ounces of water, Himalayan sea salt, about 3 grams of that, and a splash of lemon. That's something that's really important. Finding some way to practice mindfulness. So finding that way to get to mental stillness, I think, is really important. Knowing your body enough to know, all right, this is what happens when I have a bunch of sugar. I feel good for the second, then the insulin kicks in, and then I go hyperglycemic, and then I feel exhausted, and then I reach for more coffee. You got to have insight into those cycles and understand what's going to be best for you. And knowing yourself with training, knowing what movement patterns help, knowing how your body feels and reacts. Getting your head and your ego out of your sex life, so it can be a way to really engage with your partner in a way that creates deeper connection and allows you to be mindful, be present, be in the big now. Sleeping, taking naps. I think that's one thing that a lot of people miss. They think that you have to get all your sleep overnight in this uninterrupted 8 hours. Well, good luck. I don't know anybody who gets uninterrupted 8 hours, maybe 1 or 2 people. But for most of us, we're going to get what we can at night, but then feel free to take a nap, or what Nick Littlehill in his book Sleep calls a controlled recovery period, 30 minutes where you just kind of zone out and allow yourself to recover. And then, of course, on the other side, it's a lot of the other things we talked about, but ultimately, trust that you got to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for everything that's happened in the past. Understand that you're not the same person that you were then. You're the person that's learned from all those things. Heraclitus has a quote: "No man steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river. It's not the same river, and he's not the same man." We're different at any different moment, and we can decide to be different. We can decide to have listened to this and change something, or change everything, or change whatever. We have that ability. We have way more power than we recognize, and what people will tell us that we have. So stepping into that power and deciding for ourselves what we want to do with it.